Okay, this next video is going to be, if you're a beginner, a novice rider, more than likely you're making this mistake. And what it is you're not riding with your hands in front of the saddle. If you're riding with your arms and your hands back here, if you're trying to turn your horse or stop your horse and your hands end up behind you, then you're fighting a losing battle. Okay? Alright, so we're going to teach you, this is called hands in the front. And this is going to be a really good video, and really any beginner or there's even some experienced riders out there that are doing the same thing, or just people that's been riding for a long time and didn't know any better. So watch this video. Anybody that's just starting, you need to watch this video. Okay? Alright, see you next video. Now another problem that a lot of people, and I would say many, is not, people aren't having, you know, you're doing your exercises and stuff, but you're not able to make any kind of progress. You're off balance, and you know, you're having a hard time adjusting your body, and you're just all over the place when your horse starts doing things like he's doing right now. And if I haven't mentioned, this is my horse Digger. So, you know, my horse is doing exactly, probably like most of you, your horse is doing with you. And this just happens when we don't ride them. Then we're going to start having issues like this. And you know, I'm not mad at him. I'm just, if anything, I'm upset with myself because I haven't been riding him. All right, now this problem I'm talking about is that we don't ride with our hands. People aren't riding with their hands out here in front of the saddle. And I've always heard that every good horseman ride at least 6 inches in front of the saddle. You know, the thing is if you don't ride, well, you've got more leverage when your hands are out in front of the saddle, like this here. You see, my hands are out here, my reins are shorter from here to the D-ring. And so that gives me a whole lot more leverage where I can quickly bend him, or ask him to drop his nose, just whatever I want him to do. And then plus, my seat is in the center of the saddle. I'm balanced. But this is what we're doing. This is what a lot of people are doing, is they're riding back here. And when your horse starts taking off, look at all this rein. Especially a big horse like Digger. He's got a lot of power, and if he wants to take off really fast and I'm trying to pull back, I'm going to be way back here. I'm going to be off balance, and the next thing you know, he's going to throw me off, or I'm going to fall off. So like right here, see, I'm trying to control him. I'm having to just get his neck a quarter of the way around. Look where my body is. My saddle's already sliding off my horse. So here, I'm trying to get him to turn around. Okay, now I want to go back the other way because he's going to take off running. So I'm going to lift, and luckily there, Digger was just in a walk, and Digger does understand pressure and release of pressure. But some of you, your horses, I mean, look at this. I guarantee you this is what a lot of you look like when you're trying right here. Right here, if my saddle wasn't tight, I'm on the ground. And possibly my foot could be hung in the stirrup. So this is not good. Now look how it looks. When my hands are out here, I'm in control. I've got a loose rein. Now I can lift, and now I'm also able to use my legs. Whereas before, I couldn't use my legs. If he decides he wants to take off or buck or something, I can quickly turn that nose and use my leg to push the hindquarters to the outside. With my hands out in front of the saddle. Okay. Now, this takes some work. You've got to learn how to adjust, you know, to quickly get your hands out in front of the saddle to let slack out. You know, there's times that when your horse is, when you're on a trail ride and your horse decides to walk or trot, just whatever gait you want him to be in, then you can, you know, you can relax and you don't have to have your arms stretched out that far. Sometimes when I'm training a horse that really has, you know, that's quick, I might be even farther up. I may be almost to his ears sometimes, because I need that leverage. I need that control to teach my horse what I'm wanting him to do. Okay. Keep your arms straight and your hands at least 6 inches in front of your saddle. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's recap on what we've talked about. We want to keep our hands out here so we have more leverage, at least 6 inches in front of the saddle. You can see how the rein shortens up from my hand to the D-ring. Okay, if I'm way back here, he's got that much rein, and that's a lot of rein, and that's going to get me out of my saddle. It's going to get me set back in my saddle. You can see already how my body is straightening, and when my body's straight, I can't use my legs. I can't move my legs to control the body. Now, when I make an adjustment and my hands are out here, now I got the freedom to move my leg. Okay? All right. There's too many of you. I think that if you would just solve this problem here of your hands in front of the saddle, at least 6 inches, I think you're going to see a lot of your problems go away. And so get out there and practice this. Practice adjusting your hands in the reins, letting slack out, taking slack up, until this becomes automatic for you. Okay? All right, see you at the next one.